Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am back from convention. I was in Salt Lake City last week at convention to see the release of the holiday catalog that's going to be coming out next month, which is fabulous, by the way. I can't wait to show you all the projects that I'm going to be making from them, and then also to be able to send them out to you. So please comment below if you would like to get a holiday catalog. I'll be sending those out very shortly. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to show you the card that I made for some organized swaps that I participated in. So what we do as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we make cards and then we swap them with other demonstrators to get ideas that last us throughout the year. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the card that I made, and I'll show you this sample. This was this was a mistake when I pulled out my sewing machine and started kind of playing around. I don't know if you can see, but this one has zigzags going down. I didn't realize that my machine was set to zigzagging, but I did kind of get better on these next two rows. But this gives you an idea as to what I was going for is a rainbow themed butterfly card. So let me show you how I put it together. What I did is I went through our annual catalog, and in the back, if you're familiar with it, it gives you all of the color collections that we have to offer. As I'm trying to pull this paper out here, there we go. And so what I did is I just went through and I just pulled out, scraps, full pieces of paper, whatever I had on hand. And I used the itty bitty butterfly punch. And so what I did is I just punched out one butterfly from all of these colors, and it ended up being 15 colors in all. And as you can see, this is what I came up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I lined up the butterflies and just glued them on. I'm using just a regular A2 size note card, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And then what I did is I cut a piece of Whisper White panel just 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to attach it on top of the note card. But let me just show you how I did the butterflies. I made 70 of these, so I got good as I went on. When I first started doing it, I did kind of place the butterflies on here. I just wanted to make sure that I had good spacing. And I will have all of the colors that I used listed on my blog, so you can always go to www.istampin.com and see the accompanying blog post for today's project. So let's see here. So far I've used So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Smoky Slate. Then the second row starts with Daffodil Delight, Old Olive. Then we have Wisteria Wonder, like so. Then I went to Pink Pirouette, Soft Sky, then Blackberry Bliss. And I had to use the colors that I had on hand. I think that it turned out good. So you just go with the colors that you have on hand. Okay, then we have Blushing Bride, Pool Party, Island Indigo, then Melon Mambo, Bermuda Bay, and then the last one is Night of Navy. Okay, so that gives you the idea. And then what I did is I used this stamp set from All Boxed Up. This is one of our new stamp sets in our annual catalog, and I stamped You Are So Amazing right below here in our Memento Tuxedo ink. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I started this off. I'm using Crystal Effects, and I just put a tiny, tiny dot right here in the center. Just just like that much. You can, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, just a tiny, tiny dot. And then what I did is I just placed it right here. And then what that's gonna allow me to do is I'm gonna be able to sew right through the middle. And then once everything is sewn, as you can see here, we'll be able to fluff up some of those wings. So let me go ahead and glue all these down, and then I'll be back and show you how I stitched. Okay, so I have all the butterflies just glued lightly down, and what I'm going to do now is get my sewing machine all set up, and I'll show you how I stitched through the butterflies. Okay, so I have my sewing machine set up. It's just a very simple Brother sewing machine that I picked up at Walmart last year during Black Friday. So I'm going to just show you how I did the stitching. It's a very simple straight stitch, and if you have any questions, you can just let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start the stitch just a little bit above the butterfly, the yellow butterfly. Okay. And so I just did a straight stitch all the way down. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Okay, so I have all of my stitching done, as you can see, and I want the threads that are hanging in the front, I want all of those to go in the back. And so this is where I'm going to use my paper piercer. This is a perfect tool for this. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to get the threads back here, and it definitely takes practice to kind of figure out which thread to pull, but you'll get a hang of it. So I've got all the threads down here on the bottom. I'm just going to gather them all together, and I'm just using some Scotch tape, and I'm just going to tape all those down so that the stitches won't come out. And then I just take my scissors and I just trim off the excess string. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing for the top. Just kind of, you just got to find that one thread there and just pull, which pulls it out. And I did 70 of these. I have to say, and of course I started late. I'm very much a procrastinator. Convention started on a Thursday. I flew out on a Wednesday. So I said, why not start on a Saturday to do these 70 cards? So needless to say, I was questioning my sanity come Sunday when I was trying to finish these up. But I did, and I think everybody liked them. Okay, so I pulled all the thread there. Then I'm just going to do the same thing. Just going to tape those down and then just trim off the excess. Okay. So that's what the card looks like now. And then what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to fluff up those wings. All right, so let's go ahead and do our stamping. Like I said, I used the all boxed up stamp set, and this goes with our all boxed up kit. So I'm just going to use the You Are So Amazing. Okay, and I'm just going to ink that up in black ink. Okay, then just stamp it right below. Okay, so that's the card front. It's a very simple but very I think very card that stands out. All right, so let's bring our card front back in, and the only thing we need to do left is just to put it up on dimensionals, and then we can fluff up the wings once we have this on the card front. And because this is a big panel, I would recommend putting few more dimensionals on than you normally would, just so that it doesn't sag. And don't forget to, we have just a few days left of my hostess giveaway. I'm so excited. We are $5, ladies, $5 away from someone being able to earn a half-off item. So if there's anything that you've been wanting to order, this is definitely the time. So I'm going to have the hostess code below, but that giveaway goes through the end of this week. And so then what you can do is you can just take your paper piercer and just fluff up some of the wings on the butterflies. So let's do this one. If you want to, you can do all the wings. I just did some. But that gives you the idea to the dimension of how pretty this card is in person. Let's see, let's do this one right here. But just putting down a little bit of glue and then just stitching through those cards, it just gives it a really fun, pretty look. A unique card. So I hope you liked this idea. I'd love for you to give it a try. And if you do, let me know how it turns out. Attach a picture in the comments, and I'd love to see it. All right, ladies, have a great day. Bye.